creates 500 litre bales. Yeah, there's ways and means around that, but using 4,000 litre bales, you can get a little bit stuck with doing baling contracts on small fields. I could load that in. Actually, that was a thing this week. Hang on a minute. What I'm going to do here is I'll do this little block at the end. I need to take a quick break, so I'm out of water. My mouth is drying out, so we'll get the harvester onto a line. I'll hack this bit up a little. Then I'll line it up for a couple of rows all by itself, and then I'll come back in a minute. Okay. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'll see you. Okay, I'm back. Let's jump over to the tractor, why not? Yeah, so one of the real world farmers I watched, this farm wife, husband was doing the baling for the summer hay cut, and what was it? Last week they had 4 belts on the baler broke. So he spent the morning fixing, or the beginning of this week's video fixing that. And they went out early afternoon to bale the hay. And while that was happening, they got round the field once and the baler broke again. So that's okay. So one of the straps broke, and oh, that's why, because the helper's on. Stop. Come back. Oh no, helper's on. Stop. Seriously, concentrate. So yeah, the belt broke in the baler. And they had half a bale in the baler. So since he had to take it back to the main yard to fix it, he drives the harvester or the baler back to the yard, goes out to one of the fields with a couple of cows in, drops off the half bale and pulls the belt loose. And then they had to wait till the evening before Mr. John Deere turned up to provide them with the spare parts to fix their baler again. But, yeah, what to do with the partial bale in your baler? Well, I'll just take it out to the cows and feed it to them. Not something we can do in Farm Sim. It's all or nothing. Well, it's all or you can reset the baler. So it comes back empty. I think for Oakfield Farm that is what I'm planning to do, is once we've finished baling, I'll take it to the back of the yard and reset the baler so it comes back empty. And we can just say, yeah, we finished baling all the hay for the day. That's all the fields. We need to clean out the baler before the next session. So that tractor's actually full. What I'm not sure is if I can set this off on a worker and it still be going when I get back. What have we got? Yeah, this is going to be probably 3, maybe 4 cartloads. And I don't think I've loaded the variable bale size mod. I mean, you could do it with the... I do have the... Is it the straw DLC? Which has the Crone round baler that does have variable capacity. Okay, I'm going to set that back on the worker, and we need to go and empty this, and it's not that far. When I kind of like, yeah, with the that wasn't a straight line. I have no idea what that harvester's going to be doing when we get back. You know, I know you can set balers to produce different sized bales, but you know, the variable bale mod with the 20,000 litre bales, sort of, well, if that works on a console, that's kind of nice because they're limited to the maximum number of bales they can produce, but even so. Yeah, there's that. I mean, I tend to use one of the bale collection wagons for pulling the bales off the field most of the time, and so yeah, it's not really that big deal. On Lawfolds I was using autoload UAL trailers and just driving around the field and picking stuff up as I went. Now that's kind of cheating in my book, but also, you know, I've got 150 bales to pick up. I've got all the equipment there, but I can't, you know, it's sort of, you can't set a worker off picking up bales. So, you know, having a tractor with a front loader and just driving around the field picking up bales, I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, 28. So yeah, there's probably about 4 tipper loads of stuff. What's it? Barley on that field. Maybe a little bit under, but there's the bonus barley. Okay, I don't need... The tractor does need to be maintained, but I don't absolutely have to get stuck on that concrete post. Oh, darn you. Not sure how this is going to work out, but it is what it is. Oh, this tractor has just no traction whatsoever. Come on, keep going, keep going. You can do it, yes. Okay, do not cut the corner quite so tightly. So we definitely need some of that. And the rain trailer's already 80% full. I've also I must remember to turn the traffic on before we finish this session. Oh, that's better. Now it's, yeah, it's 20 after 4 game time. So I'm thinking we will probably get this field done, and that will put us at the end of the day. Now, if we have a damp morning tomorrow, I can put down some crops in the field I cultivated already. I can cultivate the other field, I can put down crops in that field. Potentially the oilseed radish in our third field may have grown sufficiently that I can plough that in. So there's stuff I can do early morning if it's wet. And then we can do harvesting contracts later. But this geo is, I think, Northern Austria or something like that. It just happened to be a convenient mid-European geo that I picked at random that didn't look completely cheating. The problem I have with some of the geos, it's sort of, oh, I can plant 100% of the time, I can harvest 100% of the time. I don't think this is particularly realistic. This geo looks fairly Central European, and it's going to snow late fall. So we are going to get early snow, which means we have to finish harvesting by the end of mid-fall. Or anything that's going to get harvested has to be done by the end of mid-fall. Keep more crop, you have to harvest more. Yes. Yes, so percentage complete was 28%. I'm guessing the amount of crop on this field is possibly going to be 4 full trailers, which will put us 20, 40, at about 112% total. At least that's my guess. Which is why I said 4 trailers. It's definitely more than 3. Because 3 would only take us to 84%, I think. Jump in. Turn the helper off. And I will take over, thank you. course, all of what I did there would be a very bad plan if I was doing my own fields, because I would have been trashing crop like it was nothing. But you can't destroy other farmers' crops, and workers driving through your crops doesn't damage it. So you have to wait till the worker gets out of your crops before you take over. But yeah, so I think we will have. I mean, it's not even 2 full loads from the harvester into that trailer. I don't think. See, I'm already playing too many playthroughs because I can't remember the details on each of the farms I'm playing. I think on Lone Oak it's something like 2 full tanks from the harvester plus 10%, or plus about 4,000 is a full tipper. On this, I think we don't get 2 full unloads because it's a tiny tipper. I want a second headland. Give us a little bit more manoeuvring room. I think we haven't done too badly on this field considering how close that fence is. So yeah, another map I played, Campaign of France. I'm not taken with it. It's too small. You can't make practically any money from any of the fields. So it is you've got to work a lot of fields to make a lot of money, or to make any money. Yeah, you can run around the fields really quickly because it's literally a 5-minute job to do anything on any one of the fields. But I don't know, that seems to me to be too much work to progress a farm. And so, yeah. It's a nice small map, but it's not something I can do long term. So I played it for a couple of hours, and it's sort of I don't think I can make this one work. So I gave up on it. There was was it really early on? Maypole Farm, something like that, was a very it was one of those that was set up. Build your own farmyard. A couple of locations you could do that on. So it was quite a novel farm for starting. The concept that Giants had for Farm Sim 19, where you start with a bare plot of ground and you make a farm out of it. But again, it was very small, it was very tight. Even the small harvester that you could start with just was too small to really make a go of things. You have to chop down half the trees and take out half the fences get anything around it. And I played that for a couple of hours, and it was a case of, yeah, this isn't good. And yet the old stream farm is a small map, but it's much better laid out. You know, the fields aren't small, they're not big, but you know, there's enough variety there to work that map and make it enjoyable. Played many hours in 17 and 19 on the old stream farm, but I'm kind of at the point I've played it now, so I don't need to go back to it. I need to explore new horizons as opposed to go back to that one, because while it is fun, and if it comes out in Farm Sim 21 or 2022, whatever they end up calling it, I may play it again there, because it is a nice little map, and he tends to bring it out very early in the season, so you can, you know, you've got the base game maps, and then the old stream farm. Yeah, that was a fun map, and there's nothing else that's really pulling my attention. I can play that again, at least for a while. Okay, so this should put us on 56% done. Ooh. Good job there's no chain link fence there, because I'd have got my truck right round it. Still need to service the wagon, the tractor. That's contract, so we're over 53. Tractor is very bad. Apart from that, everything else has a reasonable service level, so we're not doing too bad. 55% done, 56% transported. So potentially 2 wagon loads, probably just shy of the 4th one at this point. I think you get about 109% yield. Okay, you take care, Hail Team. I may be back later in this week with some more from this map. And then again Saturday for some more Oakfield Farm. We're getting towards the end of that. As soon as this contract's finished, we'll be done for the day anyway. YouTube video will be posted tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow evening. So if you want to catch up, you can. But, I'm going to bring this one. So of course I probably should leave it on a work. The worker's going to cut into the income. But we're also playing against time here. We want to get the harvest complete before sundown. And this is looking very pretty with the sun setting behind us. Okay. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I then noticed how much of the field we did before we had to empty that time. Not always that observant, I'm afraid. Okay, so that was 13%. How much for a row? Try and make it as efficient as possible. Use as much as the header as possible without missing any. Was that about 18%? 646, 54. I think if I get to the end of this, we should be around 54. I could be wrong. I could have been not paying attention again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So we'll have the little 3-year-old in the house tomorrow, so that's going to be fun and games. So 54 was 18%, 21, 22, okay, 23. So about 23 per run. I did that wrong. I'm going to have to maneuver it further. So 59 plus 23 is 82. I want to say 82. Maybe 81 because I missed that corner a little. So we'll be most of the way back down on the next row and unloading the harvester again. Time is definitely progressing quickly. So we need to step on it and get this done as fast as we can, so that we're harvesting in as little darkness as possible. Okay, swing it that way, stick it in reverse, and readjust the camera again, and off we go. Be close to the end of the field. We'll be done with another load. I don't know, there might be more than a 4th trailer there. Certainly chewing through this at a great rate. Oh no, hang on. We haven't got a full load in the tipper yet. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking we'd already unloaded in the tipper, but we haven't unloaded much. So that's that. So a little bit more than half a truckload. We're doing, what was it, 20, 28? Yeah. Harvester does feel fast, although really it's not. But anyway, yeah. What's it? Up, down, down. So we're doing a little under 4 rows per tank. A little under 2 tanks per wagon. Oh, plus it's the rows are getting shorter at this point. It is. I mean, it's not a complicated map, but it's got some ambience to it.